Greetings, and welcome to Ruined, since Noah says I can't say yo anymore.
That's worse.
Should I talk like this, Noah? Would that...
The Scream guy, it's the killer.
Was
Yours isn't Batman.
No, that's the... What's Up is the
Scary movie.
scary movie. Like when he gets in trouble for playing with his vacuum.
I told you not to disturb me while I'm cleaning
Scream
my
mask,
room.
yeah. But the Scream guy's like, want to play a game?
Right.
That's a little higher than that.
That's not Scream guy.
That's the Scream dude.
The want to play a game
Hey,
is
Sydney.
Saw.
Well, yeah, you're right. The catchphrase is Saw, but
What's your favorite scary movie?
mine?
No, that's what he says.
Oh, I'm just going to talk like this the rest of the podcast now. Welcome to Ruins. All right, I can't do it. I'm going to go deaf.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, this is off to an awful start.
Jeff's outburst or whatever this is.
You know it's not off
fine.
an awful start, Brooks. This
What?
my bracket compared to yours, baby.
Right. So
Anybody?
let's all give Jeff a hand.
Thank you very much.
He needs an applause.
Yeah, you know what? I don't get
Let me
validated enough, so yeah.
Just preface this, though, with Jeff ran an audit on the office pool and somehow came out the victor after he ran his own audit. So
It's pretty scary that you people don't know basic math.
I didn't do any of this work on the
Well, you're welcome, because you were probably cheated out of points too, if I remember correctly.
But he didn't give me my points. I was treated out.
I wasn't in charge of distributing the points. I was only in charge.
of
I was
distributing
only
your own
in charge of making sure that there was
So this is kind of like how Trump won his club championship.
Here we go.
He did. He won the senior division and the regular division. His own golf championship.
He is the hell of a golfer.
He must be.
And he also may have been the only participant.
80-year-old man winning the club championship. Maybe the senior.
I mean, one won an election.
Well, yeah, that's true. They can win elections. I'm just saying.
Actually, they both won elections.
You're winning this tournament the same way he won his club championship.
As an old man.
Yes.
As an old man with dementia.
Just maybe through dishonest means.
You can go back and redo the recount if you'd like to.
Well, I'm going.
Let's see what
I
this
feel like
is.
I should be ahead of last place, but
Yeah.
here I am sitting.
I wasn't going to do that, but yeah, since you brought it up.
I wasn't even here. You guys
you're-
do points, and I'm in last.
Awful at this.
I was, this is my first bracket ever filled out in my life.
Really?
Everybody's all
Yeah.
going at it.
24 years old, you've never done this before.
No, I never had the attention span to do it before this.
There are a lot of lines.
I really didn't have it this year, and you guys were just forcing me. Dude, I almost did this time too, but you guys were sitting there forcing me to write shit
We
down.
said this last week. It was like, you're probably just picking off mascots.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I like the Sun Devils over the Blue Devils. The Sun Devils did not make the tournament.
Yeah, good analogy there.
That was terrible.
Well, in any case, Jeff's winning, and congratulations to Jeff.
Yeah, baby.
Mine is fucking dead.
It's over. It's over, Brooks. It's over.
I've got no teams left, so I'm out.
You even threw that like a loser.
Oh, man.
I'm bitter. I feel bitter over it, and so I'll
What's been
lose.
going on in your life lately?
What really chaps your khakis?
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm not,
Grinds your gears.
Brooks, you're kind of an aggressive guy, so
I'm not. I don't feel like I'm aggressive.
you're
If
aggressive.
I could find something that rhymes with blue jeans, I would say, what's crinkling your blue jeans?
Yeah.
But
What starched your blue jeans?
there you go.
Tell us. What's something in your life that just pisses you off that you'd like to share?
Well, I'll share a story. I called Brooks the other night, just trying to see what he was doing.
Being a good friend?
Being a good friend, making sure he made it home okay for an event we were at.
Right.
And, do you want me to tell the people what you told me, or should you explain it for yourself?
I think you got to say it, Jeff. It's way funnier.
Oh, all right. Well, I was just calling Brooks to say, hey, I hope you made it home safely. Remember, you got church tomorrow morning, so, be prepared for that. And Brooks said to me, what is this? Goodbye. I hope you have a terrible night, and hung the phone up on me.
This isn't what happened. I picked the phone up. I picked the phone up at 1:11 a.m. And it's he and our friend Shane howling like wolves, basically.
That's how we talk.
No, it's not.
I'm just kidding. We're the wolf pack.
I was very busy at the time.
Doing
And
what?
You know what I was doing. I was
Yeah.
doing whatever I do when I'm half a bottle of whiskey and 20 beers.
You were staring at the kitchen table.
Contemplating. Where
Right, I was meditating, and you guys.
the worst
called-
part was it's not even you by yourself. Your wife's hollering at me in the background too. Yeah,
Well, you had a
Brooks, get him.
disturbed the peace. We were both meditating, and then the whole thing. We were startled back to reality, and it's you and Shane howling like fucking banshees.
How much non-champa do you burn in your house?
I've got some knock choppers, but I haven't burned any in a while.
What is it?
Incense. Incense. Do you know what incense are?
Yeah, dude. You walk into the Kellogg country store, that's how you smell.
Former Casey's. Shout out.
Ugh.
I went in there the other day, and
Habib's cool, though.
Habib's sick.
Yeah.
yeah, he's great. And he's like, as soon as he looked at me, he goes, "There's no small batch here today." Like, he knows I was there for whiskey, and that's the only thing.
It's kind of a secret spot, though.
Yeah, he carries some good stuff.
He gets awesome stuff. It's just he's not getting it very often anymore.
I didn't realize it was like a lottery that the gas stations go through.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Like award you. They have a certain amount that they can put out like legally. I
I think it's by population.
Yeah.
And so Iowa gets less bottles than, say, somewhere like Illinois or Wisconsin or any of them. So, but I don't know how we got on that topic, but Brooks, I hope your life turns around and you get a little more excited about whatever it is causing you drama. And
The drama really is just caused
It's
by...
really between 7:30 and 4 is when he has drama in his life.
There's no drama. This was at 1 o'clock in the morning.
7:30 p.m. and 4:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Right?
Whenever you're calling or at work with him, that's when his drama's
We're just basically
I'm the cause of your...
for Bible study and other stuff. The following day is Easter Sunday, and then here comes a call from just a...
So I'm the cause of your misery.
No, that's maybe one of them.
one misery.
What does that even mean?
Well, I just don't understand why he goes, "What is this?" instead of saying, like, "What do you want?" He just
We had some conversation in there, but it was just...
he wants to know what this is.
Shane going, Brooks, how you doing? I hope you're having a good time. What is this?
Yeah,
Like, why are you calling me? You should not be here.
What is this? I apologize.
No, don't.
you're a little abrasive.
What you done? What you done to me?
What I done was wrong.
It was wrong, and I don't know how I recover from this. So I'm just going to go on to our next item here, which is the Iowa women's basketball team we've got listed down here. Go Hawks!
Woo. That was awesome. I'm sure everybody listening probably watched or heard about that game. But
That game was a record-breaking.
Record telecast.
Iowa versus LSU. The girls had I think it was the highest watched game.
Yeah, it was.
Women's game in history.
Probably in the universe.
And as awesome as it is to watch Caitlin, the whole team was...
Yeah, they showed up to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never seen anything like it. That Kate Martin girl, she's getting beat up. Every trip down the floor, she's getting basically body slammed, and then she's right back up and running the other way. So
It was a UFC fight.
It was like it.
It was way cleaner this year than last year.
Yeah.
Last year, the championship game between those two was just a slugfest. I feel
The
like.
girls be getting after it.
But they get after it.
Well, she's half flat. Threes from like 30 feet out.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Right.
It was incredible. Like it's hard to top that in sports.
Did you see the
Stuff.
So I've got it on record. It must have been right after I called Brooks, but I had placed a bet for the Iowa women to win the national championship. It was the weekend before. Sorry, I messed that up a little bit. But when I put the bet in, I thought my winnings would be $3,000. Turns out they're only $300. So still rooting for them, but it's not as.
At least you don't have like a 20-leg parlay dragged out again.
Yeah, he probably does.
You guys
probably got me those.
He said he missed the one by like what?
I think
one thing.
I can't take credit for this, but it was on the internet somewhere. But yeah, they're like, but wait till I just hit one of these.
Yeah.
It's like I only need to hit one to make it. It's kind of like playing the Powerball or the Mega Millions.
Yeah.
If you hit one, you wipe out all those trips, all those dollars you put in there. Brooks,
Yeah, but I
hates
really honestly
hates people who buy lottery tickets at the gas station.
No, I do that, and I don't even scratch them off. I scratch the barcode and hand them back.
right. Well, what's worse than that is sometimes it'll be not just somebody playing lottery, but somebody that's going to write a check for the lottery ticket.
Oh, that's got to be terrible.
I seriously, that was the meanest workout I ever had in my life was holding a couple 30 packs when I was behind a lottery player who was writing checks. And they couldn't fight the right cigs.
I can't believe
This is what grinds his gears.
Yeah, here we're
Just
into
being
it now.
inconvenienced is not all right.
It's not a convenience store for Brooks.
yeah.
Well, exactly. It's in the name, right? Convenience store. That doesn't mean you go in there and fucking loiter and gamble and shit. Go in there and get the whatever you came for and get the fuck out of the joint, right? Isn't that
You know,
well?
I told you you'd get there.
But how many times have you walked into a gas station and been pissed off about just waiting?
every time I walk in,
Probably
there,
not,
like I'm like, I can't believe how terrible my life is.
Well,
that I gotta wait for Elmer to write the check for the lottery.
I didn't even think
What's
you could
even
write
worse than
checks.
that is people that are paying with change, because now they got to count out 150 dimes or whatever it is. Write a check at that point, right? I'd rather you write a check.
First of all, have you ever written a check?
Yeah, it's bad though. Like me trying to write a check.
What do you mean it's bad?
So you know how you have to write out like the number amount in words? Dude, that's fucking terrible. It is so bad.
Did you not learn writing?
I did, but it's like $245.
Do they teach you cursive? You know how to write in cursive?
I can do cursive a little bit. I can't read it for shit though. If my grandma writes me a letter,
man.
I can't read it.
I don't like checks because I can't write.
I can't, grandma. I just make my mark.
This is just like being a picture book all over.
Do no right.
Oh man,
This is great. Credit or debit?
All right, so you have written one. Do you have an actual? I don't have a checkbook anymore.
I don't either. I get the, like, you know how kids get like a little practice sheet of checks? I think that's what the bank gives me.
Not real. The bank gives them to you. Okay.
I got one bill that I pay via check, and I have to go to the bank and get a fucking cashier's check every time.
It's via.
What?
It's via
Crayon.
Yeah.
Crayon.
Don't even go down that hole.
Yeah. What? Do you want to move on? Or
Yeah, let's talk about our weight loss contest that you're losing.
I'm not losing.
All right, so we should probably schedule some kind of weigh,
Are we doing a weigh-in?
and then we should do an end date for the thing.
All right. Well, I mean, your metabolism started in front of me because you starve yourself, but then you just go home and closet eat. What you're doing on the weekends when I call you at 1:11 in the morning? You're just
Eating a Papa John's.
yeah, and you got an appetizer, a Chex Mix.
No, last night I ate so many Brussels sprouts that I'm like pissing neon now.
Have you ever ate beets? They make your piss red.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first time I
Like
did that.
pickled beets
Yeah.
on a salad bar?
So good.
Yeah.
All right, we should find out. This is not maybe for this podcast, but the asparagus thing.
It's real.
It's real.
To me, it happens instantaneously.
It does, yeah.
Like that's what happened with the Brussels sprouts. So Brussels sprouts, asparagus, broccoli are all in the same family.
So I never noticed it with broccoli though.
I've never noticed with broccoli.
Yeah.
I got like a stench about me on asparagus.
Sprouts. It's
How good is asparagus and tinfoil with butter on the grill, though? That shit's
How good is it?
amazing. It's I'm just about to tell you until you interrupt me.
Let me listen.
if you
I
like,
said it's amazing.
yeah, if you like to put it in tinfoil, get one of those little tinfoil pans and do it open on the grill.
Oh yeah, get some smoke on it.
And get some pepper and parm.
Stank on it.
Yeah, put some stank on it.
Put some stank on it.
A little lemon pepper on there.
So we're at a contest. We're eating nothing but Brussels sprouts and asparagus from now on.
Well,
Not
no
him.
matter what we eat is the result.
He's only eating
Yeah, I'm the opposite.
Meat.
It's just meat.
Yeah, he's the carnivore guy.
Meat,
Carnivore
eggs,
dude.
and butter.
So we can do a weigh-in or we can do it less formal, but the point is, just
We're fat. We got to drop.
too fat.
we got an event coming up in Vegas.
Yeah, well, we started this way too late if we're going to be unfat by then.
Do you think we'll not be able to attract people with our shirtless bodies?
I think we will repel people.
Thoughts on that? Or
I don't know what he's talking about.
Maybe if we get some bronzer and the right sunglasses. And
I tell you what,
I think they might put me and Noah in a bikini and have us start serving drinks. That's how good we're going to look.
what cup size would you be for a bikini?
Where this is,
that's a
bad idea.
I bet I'd fill out an A for sure.
Okay. Yeah, there's a young girl in the room. Like this is what HR talks to me about. We're not supposed to talk like that.
There ain't nothing wrong with little chesticles.
That is also true. I used to work with a guy in college at the I can say it now, right? Sears and Roebuck. I don't know why it was said like that. They had a catalog, though. That was Brooks' favorite.
Sears closed down now.
I don't know if they're officially all the way closed. They got like some repair shops.
A few stores left, and didn't they like absorb
Kmart?
It was a Kmart.
Yeah.
Kmart used to be sick.
Kmart's always been disgusting. There's never been a reason.
The Kmart had a Little Caesars in it. You ever been to a Little Caesars inside a Kmart?
That would be the worst Little Caesars to go to.
It was terrible, to be honest, but it was cool to eat pizza inside of a grocery store.
Embarrassed for you that you ate at Kmart Little Caesars.
I've learned a lot about you today.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever been to a Costco?
Oh, I fucking love
That I'd say that would probably blow your mind.
Yeah, Costco's are great. Sponsor us.
Anyways, I used to work with this guy who had a bunch of tattoos, but he'd wear our white polos and he'd have it all open like this. And so we nicknamed him Chesticles. Where we got in trouble was we were calling him Chesticles over the PA for the store. We need Chesticles to appliances, please. Chesticles to appliances. We got in trouble for that one. So
Wonder why.
I know that you can't say that. You have to be correct in your language.
Blue jeans.
Correct is important.
Is it?
Apparently.
Blue jeans?
Yeah, it's
Denim
a daily battle for me, but I
Denim pants.
so.
Why did you say denim pants?
Yeah, the viewers wanted to know.
The viewers have been asking.
Because I guess I'm just fucking out of touch with the world.
You don't say.
This is a good spectrum here because you're much older than I am.
I'm not.
And I'm much older than he is. So
I'm not much older.
Somebody thought you were Jeff's dad.
No one thought
that they did.
No, they did.
Paul.
Hey, no, I seen you with your dad earlier. I said, Paul Brooks.
Might be I'm Jeff's daddy, but
Oh, not at 111. You weren't ready for this jelly.
Yeah.
This torpedo was coming through. Yeah, that's true too. Nobody was ready for what was going on there. So, from that, since we got to be politically correct, let's jump into safety in the scrapyard.
Yeah. So as a company, I think we've had a few mishaps that are probably about par for the course with any company our size and that does what we do. But, you know, what are some things that we can do to help safety become more of a priority in a scrapyard, I guess is the question.
Like not right on the forks of a fork truck through the scrapyard.
Yeah, there's a lot of common sense things.
Yeah.
But from a management perspective, what are some controls that you put in place that have made a difference, you think?
I wish I could take credit for this, but this has actually been our team that has put this together, and it's awesome. I mean, we went from not requiring safety helmets and things of that nature to having all proper PPE. A lot of that has to do with us in the works of an ISO certification, that sort of stuff. And Stephanie, who was on the show last week, has done a great job of implementing and enforcing that program. So, but you're in charge of the gloves, and we don't have any today, Brooks.
Oh, I went and got some.
No, you made a run?
Oh, I made a run.
So they won't be without gloves.
They are gloved up.
All right, good deal.
But beyond that, I think it's also just keeping safety top of mind and always talking about it with your employees. I think that's so important to let them know that, hey, when you're around something every day, you start to get comfortable with it, accustomed to it. It begins to not look like a threat at all to you. So we just have to always keep that top of mind that, hey, these things can go wrong. These machines can be, accidents happen basically. So we always have to be prepared for that kind of stuff. And as long as people are kind of thinking about it all the time, that's a big part of it.
One thing we've got conscious about too, and especially now in Kellogg, is where we let the public come to drop off their scrap. I mean, one thing that
them out of.
Yeah, I used to despise it about Kellogg is they almost had to go through the middle of the operation. Well, they did. Not almost. They did have to go through the middle of the operation to get to
Our scale.
a scale and points, especially for the non-ferrous stuff. You know, we've changed that now at all three of our scrap locations to ensure that they aren't going to be hit by any kind of flying projectile that might happen. Or
I mean, I've been in the crane before and had a public traffic drive right behind me as I'm swinging around, and
Right.
you don't know they're there until they fly in.
Yeah, that's so important, is just to keep those guys in their own area. We don't need, for one, walking around out there, a slip and fall could be a major thing.
And we have a barefoot person in your yard one time.
She walked in from somewhere and had like a bucket, and she was barefoot and walked through the yard to the scale. It's impressive, honestly. I mean,
Noah's out there applauding her. Yeah, good, you go.
keep doing what you're doing. Maybe she was trying to sell scrap to buy shoes. I don't know.
She's probably selling you tires.
Probably.
You bought them, didn't you?
No, I don't buy tires.
You sure?
I despise.
How they keep showing up then?
On vehicles, we allow 4. 4 tires per car.
Okay, all right. So that's because once you have them, they're hard to get rid of, Brooks. They are.
What's the problem, though? That's the thing. Like I'll see, like some of those playgrounds now use like recycled tires as sort of a mulch thing that they put down. What are some other applications that need to be developed here to recycle tires? And what's so hard about it? Is it just pulling the steel strips, the radial stuff out of the tires that make it difficult?
I'm the wrong guy to ask.
So I'm assuming when they grind up the tires, they grind them up, and then they have a magnet that pulls the steel
out of them. So, you know, it would be a good person to ask about this, and I think I can announce this now because we've got confirmation, is our guest in Vegas, Mr. Brett Eckhart from United Metals out there in Ohio. He actually has is involved in a tire shredding operation recycling now. Tire reclaim, I believe is what it's called. Sorry, Brett, if that's not correct, but we should definitely table this conversation to talk to Brett about.
Yeah, is
that okay with you, Brooks?
Absolutely. Exactly. Some insight on how it's done and why it's such a problem. It seems like we've got a whole van trailer out here full of tires.
We do,
and we need to find a place, a home for those. Well, what was that story you were telling me? I think it was you, about some dude set up shop here locally, didn't he? And said that we're taking tires, and then he filled up some warehouse full of tires and then skipped town.
It was not me telling you the story, but I've heard this before.
I don't know the story that well, but
Jerry might know the story for you. But it was like an entire, not a small warehouse. This was like,
right. And wasn't he taking like $5 a tire or something?
Yeah. So that's actually my opinion would be the problem. It is much like any recycling outside of. I mean, people enjoy scrap recycling because they get paid to do it. Mm-hmm. It's hard to convince the public, in my opinion, to go out of their way to pay it off, load something, whether that's a landfill or getting rid of plastics or, any of that stuff. And that's why you see those being such a problem child. But no, we'll definitely ask Mr. Brett about it when he's on in a few weeks here. So let's go to your favorite segment, Brooks.
In the news. So I found a interesting story here, and this is out of American Recycler. So this indicates that the metals recycling industry is set to expand.
And I want to be full disclosure that
sure
I didn't read this at all.
No, that's all right. So I'll give you a brief summation.
Would you like me to tell you what it's?
This is me every week on this podcast. We come in with these articles.
And
who's the author, Brooks? So we don't get in trouble here.
Let me see if we can find out who wrote it. It's out of American Recycler.
It's nobody. It doesn't have one. It's unauthored.
I don't.
AI that wrote it.
Yeah, it probably is a
Chat GPT.
Yeah, I talk like this again. I'm Batman.
But in any case, the article basically is the expansion is going to be through e-waste and new ways to recycle batteries. And we've talked about that on the show before. They say that we're trying to expand the capacity 5 times by 2030, meaning the total of lithium battery recycling 5 times by 2030, bringing more than 1 terawatt hour of new battery manufacturing capacity online. So I thought
we're heading in a direction.
Yeah, we're going the right direction. You can see some companies have started to do this. This company in particular is called Aqua Metals, and I think they kind of do what we talked about before in the aqueous shredding, where you're shredding stuff under the kind of fluid that it takes to separate those different elements.
So is that expansion more because there's more product to be recycled, do you think? Or do you think it's more of a regulation thing where we're getting we're getting told we have to recycle this stuff versus.
I think it's a little of both. I don't know if the regulations are in place yet, but they're coming if they're not. And it's also, there's a huge opportunity there that whoever figures out how to solve this problem is going to get rich quick, right? So I think that's the motivation there is how do we produce our own cobalt, our own lithium, our own nickel just out of these recyclables? And this company has been sort of the first to figure it out and take them on a bulk level. So they're one to watch. This company is called Aqua Metals, and that's a trailblazer there. So we should keep an eye on those guys.
Okay. Thank you for that report.
Hey, you're welcome.
We need to be separated so we can cut to you like a weather person.
Or I can be up in my own little layer.
Yeah. Speaking of layer, I noticed the next thing you got on the list for us is Korean company Zintz, I think is how you say it, buys...
No, it's Korea Zinc. What's the name of the company? Is
spelled that way? Or is that a typo?
It's a typo.
Now you look stupid. I do look real dumb now.
Yeah, so Korea Zinc has bought U.S. Catamine. Are you familiar with that company?
I've been to a few Catamine parties before, and
Thanks.
That's the end of the story. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all you got.
If anybody from Catamine's watching, please email us at info@ruinpod.com and let us know if the Catamine parties are going to continue, because we would love to be a part of those. And I will even say
we don't get invited to.
I get invited. You don't get invited.
That's the one in St. Louis that everybody.
Yeah, they do that in St. Louis every year. I will also say this: we will do a live show from the Catamine party if they let us. We won't be able to hear each other and we'll have to be screaming.
Great,
they're a good time.
Well, I guess it seems like maybe they're no more, because Korea Zinc has acquired this company, $55 million, and assumed quite a lot of debt. So I don't know if that means that Catamine was...
It's probably because of the party.
You think so?
It's probably...
It was $200 million they spent on parties.
It might be because of me. At the party.
But the interesting thing here is Korea Zinc is the world's largest lead and zinc smelter. So this is another sort of foreign expansion into the United States. We've talked a little about that on the show before. It seems like there's a lot of companies outside of America that are buying up companies and real estate and every other thing. And, what does that mean for our own industries here?
Yeah. How long are you going to listen to Noah click this pen before you absolutely lose your shit on him?
I didn't even know I was clicking about hopping up on the table and giving the old elbow drop.
I didn't even know I was clicking it.
Rope. That's all right. I've been back here doing this on the chair. So, yeah, no, I think you're right. I think you're going to see a lot more of it. We've got land of opportunity here. So I think, we're going to start seeing, and I think we're coming a more global market too, just with technology and ease of travel and things like that.
So, right, there's got to be a balance struck at some point. We don't think that we're going to be taken over by foreign companies, but it's certainly something that you think about, right? So that's another thing to watch, is a lot of acquisitions happening and people coming in from outside the country to buy up American companies.
For sure. Let's get into some news that we can relate to. Since Noah, did you read all these?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Do you have any insight you'd like to offer?
On which one?
Any of them.
Well, when I get to there, yeah.
I think that one of them that we could probably talk about is the EPA stormwater fines.
We've never got any stormwater fines, I don't think.
No.
Probably because my stormwater prevention plan is so damn good.
I forgot about that. We had to print that out, didn't we?
Yeah.
And post it around that place.
Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know, our Kellogg facility is an EPA Superfund site, which would be a great segment sometime in the future. But so we are one with the EPA down there.
We work well with them. So.
By the way, they are coming to visit.
Thanks for telling me that now.
I'll let you know the date, but they got a hold of me, so they're going to come see you.
Perfect. Just the well testers, I'm assuming.
I'd rather not say on the air what they're coming to. No, I'm joking. Yeah, it's the well tester guys.
Yeah, so a little bit.
They actually just want to see you. They want to take you away and question you. about what you've been up to.
Be a boring interview.
Well,
I start my day with coffee.
yeah. So do you have, did you read into the EPA stormwater fund? Did you read into the EPA stormwater fine story?
I read a little bit into it. It was, where was that Scrapyard out of?
It's Kansas City area. So these guys were fined $144,000 and change.
Ooh.
Yeah.
For basically
What's
letting shit get into the Kansas River.
So this is KOAM News Now out of Lenexa, Kansas.
You didn't say
Written
that.
by Marianne Clements.
KOAM.
KOAM. What's the
Home of the Dunkburgers.
So the takeaway from this one is $144,000 is a lot of money for running off contaminated stormwater. So this is something that we contend with at each one of our facilities, right? We're always having to be aware and ready to divert stormwater. But what are some of the things that you have to do to handle stormwater? I mean, how much can you do?
Well, you got to make sure it's going to the right place.
Right. So does that involve
Someone who's wrote a plan before should comment. And,
Oh, yeah.
that's that.
Yeah, I mean, keep your contaminants out of the downfall of the water, basically. Keep everything above ground.
We had to work on this a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the stormwater prevention plan is really all you can do. I mean, I don't know what you're laughing about.
This is the leader of one of my operations down there.
So I think the short answer is you have a stormwater prevention plan in place.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think the longer answer would be, what the fuck's in the plan?
It's all drawn out. You just have to read it.
He can send you a PDF.
Yeah. I'll send you the file. You can make whatever you want of it.
But what you have to do is basically divert the water into the storm drain. And you have to make sure that no contaminants that hit the ground are reaching any of that stormwater.
Yeah. So anything.
That's the short of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so in Noah's example, I know we're picking on him a little bit, but because we're an EPA Superfund site, that was all built into their program essentially. Mm-hmm. And so where we ran into it is that the two agencies, the Iowa Department of Natural Resources, the DNR, or the EPA, we didn't realize that they don't necessarily talk to each other about that portion of it. So just because the EPA didn't require us to do it over here, but the DNR did, so then Noah had to get out his typewriter and start picking away.
Yeah.
But we got her done.
Yeah, it looks good.
There it is.
Professional.
Yep. Printed on site for anyone to read at any time.
Stop by and read it. Yeah.
Yeah, he used a lot of Elmer's glue stick, just printed stuff off the internet and pasted it into the book. So anything else you got for us that you want to know?
That's in the news.
That's in the news.
Yeah, so
Copper prices out of control.
copper prices are out of control, and I looked up a little chart here just because I was curious. Just seeing when they're over $4, you start to wonder what is like what's high and why are they over $4?
Who done it?
Yeah, who done it?
Never been over $4.
Why did Tia take all the copper?
Exactly. So
I once, while you're looking this up, I once told a man that I was trying to buy copper from another scrapyard. I said, well, let me buy this from you here. And he said, oh, no, my dad's waiting for $4 copper. And I said, what a moron. I was like, it'll never be that. It's at $4.23 as we speak today for Comex. So,
right, and the interesting thing is that
Jeff is.
It gains it. Every decade we see big jumps, right? So we've seen since the 60s, we're around 30 cents.
Were you alive?
I was not alive in the 60s.
How?
It got as high, it got over $1 in the 1980s. So we've seen a lot of the market's pretty volatile, but it's been on, pretty predictable upswing for a long time. We hit around 450 in 2010. Again, in 22, it was over $4. So we only got about 30 cents to go before we hit a historical record high.
So all of this was done after you were born, Y2K style.
Yeah.
was all right.
Do you remember Y2K?
No. I remember the 90s quite a bit, but
Just all 6 weeks when you were around for?
yeah. There's 6 weeks.
Were you doing anything in 1999?
Oh, yeah.
I was doing stuff in 1999.
Yeah.
How old were you in 99?
Me?
Yeah.
15, 14?
So Brooks was 32.
I was a teen in 99.
19.
Just right on.
He was 19. Yeah.
19.
Yeah, I was 19 in 1999, and boy, I was doing stuff.
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of dumb stuff.
Noah was wearing diapers.
Dumb, just spending a lot of
nights looking at the table again.
well, maybe.
A lot of nights calling Jeff at 1:11 a.m.
I tell you what, though, he was hot in his bedroom because he didn't have an air conditioner.
That was not at age 19, and I tell you what, if you would have had to go through that, it would have been upset.
That's something that grinds his gears.
It is.
So-
Wouldn't it grind your gears?
Oh, well, you got to tell the people now.
I'm not. That story's not for the people.
Oh, okay. Well, Brooks had an unfortunate situation happen to her. Somebody stole his air conditioner. We'll leave it at that.
I was on vacation
Right.
in July for 2 weeks.
He lived in an attic.
And
So you know it's
my
hot.
room was an attic room, and when I got home, my air conditioner was gone, and my room was about 116 fucking degrees. And all I wanted to do was lay down and go to sleep because it'd been a long trip.
But you couldn't, could you, Brooks?
No, because there ain't no sleeping in that.
You was all hot and bothered, literally. Literally hot and bothered. But you got over it, and you're a stronger person because of it now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're a lot stronger than your body makes you look.
It's weird that it gets mentioned every week.
Yeah.
I don't know who says that about themselves.
Brooks. Yeah, Brooks says that about himself. So, anyways, Copper Comex, out of control, looking awesome. Ferguson, we're going to stay about even. We're flatlining. Yep.
Yeah, it looks like sideways again.
That's what I've been told.
Yeah.
Sources close to me have told me that we're looking at sideways.
So we're hoping at some point it starts to tick up, right? What's the cause of it? Why is it down? Do you have any insight on that?
It's not necessarily, I mean, it's down from what it was, last fall and summer.
Right.
It's not
Doesn't it usually
terribly down.
right? Don't we usually see it start to tick up by now?
Yeah, going into April. I mean, they're not based on trade show season, but that kind of seems what it's like.
Right.
We're all getting together so we can all complain about how awful everything is. And then we go back home and all of a sudden the sun comes out and we're sunshiny days. I can see clearly now, Brooks.
Yep. Well, they're on their way, we hope, right?
That's right. That's right. That's a song. No. What? Yep. Okay. So, but anyways, yeah. Hopefully we keep moving stuff. It's a tough market out there to get stuff in. That's why you're seeing that flat line price. So we hoping some steel mills pick up here towards the summer months, and we can creep that price back up for ourselves and our customers as well. So
All right.
maybe it has to do with inflation, Brooks. Is that why? Costs too much to make stuff.
Well, that's a question, right? What does inflation do for the business? What are some things that we have to do to sort of?
You mean like balloons?
No,
Not balloons.
clowns making animals. That's kind of what we are, but
Tia's so bored with us today. She's just on Facebook. She's not even.
she's
So,
on their Twitter.
I hope you guys stop by the booth in Vegas to see us, and you get to meet Tia and
Oh yeah, we'll have
the
everybody.
sweet innocent girl that we put through the ringer. She's been a little feisty over the last 2 weeks.
She
Tia,
hollered at me this morning.
Does she yelled at you?
She's like, set up this damn camera stand.
do something.
Yeah.
Since you're not doing anything, I was drinking my coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like Borat's.
I was drinking my coffee.
She is like Borat's wife. Yeah. Do you know who that is?
Make yourself useful and dig your mother a grave.
Set up the keeper stand.
Tia,
That's not what you said.
is it possible in Vegas we can get you on this side of the camera and still do all that? Or maybe we'll just move that over here.
Oh, we tried that.
Get myself my
Well, you can't be. We gotta have a camera for you. It's gonna be weird if you're just the voice of God from over there. Yeah, let's figure that out. Let's get Tia on camera for a segment. That's actually a good way for us to test if this is gonna work mobily or not.
Right. I'd like to get Tia
Yeah.
for a segment. That'd be fun.
Do you remember when Tia was on before during our initial days?
Our test run.
And
It was terrible.
yeah, I've been around
We had to
for a
answer the
long
questions
time.
for her.
Yeah. So,
I thought it was great.
Marketing, I did
for those of you that can't hear, she said she talked about marketing, and you did what?
your statement, right?
Yeah,
That was
for St.
that
Louis.
was bad.
Yeah, we were like, so how long you been in the company? Well, I started Thursday, but I own it.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
I started last week, but I've worked here 19 years.
Yeah.
This was just for practice, and Tia did great. She prepared us very well for guests that don't say fucking anything, and then we have to fill all the space. So Tia, thank you for that education.
Yeah.
That was like a PhD in what to do.
So tell us your history in the scrap business, Tia.
I know nothing.
Oh well, it's been.
But you've been
here.
but you've been around for 5 years or so, right?
Yep.
Tell us what your day to day's like.
I don't know.
That's the kind of action we're getting out of Tia.
Yeah.
So
She'll be better prepared.
yeah, I think she's gonna be
If
awesome.
we ask her questions about things that she is actually working on, then she'll probably have some pretty good answers.
Round of applause for Tia. You do a great job of putting this on for us, Tia. So, all right. So speaking of Vegas, we're going out. We're gonna be there. We be out here.
We be.
It's not that. It's we out here.
We out here
Brooks has a alien on his hard hat that says "We out here"
with the peace.
with the peace sign.
We out here. I had to cut that thing to fit.
Did you?
Yeah, I had to alter it to fit.
Your stickers are that and the Iowa Woo, right?
Yeah.
the football team.
Well, I've got like a Grateful Dead logo that goes along this.
Just a man of many colors, aren't you, Brooks? That's a nice shirt, by the way.
Thank you. This is the William Murray brand.
Oh,
Right out of the collection.
Shirts. They're awesome.
are you aiming for a partnership here? You look like the body of William Murray.
Bill, if you're out there, please come and get me.
Take me away from these people.
There's something wrong with them. I'm with you.
Yeah, with you. And we out here. So yeah, we have a booth in Vegas this year. First time for that. A lot of headaches. Hopefully it all goes smooth. Otherwise, we'll have to blame Tia on air for what went wrong.
We've been saying we're gonna have a booth there. If it doesn't make it, we're just gonna sit on the floor.
Yeah.
I've thought about this.
We
Like,
can just put some couches in and
oh yeah, what if we did the Galifianakis and just put like a couple ferns around us? And, like it would work.
whether we
make it
get
work.
our container booth there or not, we're doing the show live from Las Vegas. We've got
Okay, we'll do it live. We'll do it live.
I'll write it. Fucking do it live.
That thing's a piece of shit.
Fucking thing sucks.
But anyways, yeah, we're gonna have some really great guests on after that. and-
Who do we have lined up so far?
Too many to name. I want to keep it a mystery. We did admit that Brett's going to be on the show.
Yep, and you guys know Brett from his own podcast,
Yep.
which is A Scrap Life.
Yep. And he's does Metal Mondays too. So we're hoping to have a lot more than that on. We've got we've got a few lined up and some big names in the industry. So
lined up, so we hope you guys will stop by and see us and check out the podcast.
Tia, one more time. What booth are we in?
8:13.
A13, Alpha 13. All right, join us live from Houston is Mr. Lee Jurek from Ace Trailers. Woo!
Good to have you.
What's going on, brother?
Oh, not too much. Like you said, just enjoying nice sunny Houston and just sweating my nuts off over here.
All right.
It's not used
Yeah.
to it compared to, a nice cold Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, like it's winter here in Iowa still, so I'm
Yeah.
jealous, man.
We had 70 degrees, 2-3 weeks ago, and it was 26 with hurricane style winds
Well,
2
in,
days
in
yesterday.
February, almost like 6 weeks ago, we had 70 degrees.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
now
Oh,
we're
it-
back to winter.
Yeah, whatever you guys get, we get, a day later. So,
We send it to you.
yeah, you sent it to us, so I blame you.
Yeah, with love, though. With love, though. And you just came back from across the pond, right?
Yeah, I did. I was over and went to Germany, went to Czech Republic, went to Prague, and then went to Budapest afterwards.
Oh, nice. Those are European countries, Noah.
Right, yeah.
That's what they tell me. The flight, it was really weird just to sit and cycle around the United States for like 12 hours,
Yeah. So, well, thanks for joining us today. Obviously, we've got some questions we want to ask you about your venture into the scrap world. It sounds like it's a family business that kind of got you into this, and yeah, We hope you're ready to put your seatbelt on.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. All right,
You're not wearing a seatbelt. Okay, now you're ready. So I think Noah's got a question for you.
So yeah, that's just following up what Jeff said. Just give us a little bit of your background and how this kind of played out for you.
Yeah, so I'm fourth generation family business. I'm the fourth generation. I had no aspirations at all to join the family business. I worked there in the summers. I tarred roofs. Did grinding, some welding and stuff like that. And I just was like, you know what, this is not anything I want to do at all. One day I was out in Montana actually doing an internship, and then one day my dad called me and says, I really want you to come back work for the family company. And I was like, I don't know about that, but and then I sat and thought about it, and then I was just like, you know what, they pay better. I might as well come back and check it out. And so came back, and I've been here for about almost 11 years. So love it. Love every second of it. It's a different challenge every day. It's a lot of fires and a lot of different things. No different than what you guys are used to. There's always problems, but it keeps it entertaining.
Right.
Sounds like the script of a Lifetime movie. He was just disgruntled with his family, so he went to the West.
Some love interest that brought him.
Yeah, like
He's got to save the town square for Christmas. They were going to bulldoze his old workshop.
Right.
Lee came back and saved it.
Oh, that'd be a little awkward.
Good job. So obviously, I want to get into what Ace does. I know you've got products outside of the scrap. Obviously, that's kind of our area of interest. But what products specifically kind of relate you to the scrap industry? What do you do for us here?
Yeah, so the big ones, especially for you, Jeff, is lugger trucks. I mean, we've been making those since the late 50s. It's a good old diehard system, and it's just
a Midwest
around
the Midwest specialty.
Yeah,
is the lugger truck.
Midwest East Coast thing. You don't see them down. Like you said, I'm down in Houston. You don't see them down here. I mentioned it to people, and they're like, "What the heck is that thing?"
Right.
And
dude, we made a lugger container and took it down there like 10, 12 years ago for a show because we were going to start a lugger tub company. And once we got it down there, nobody there knew what the hell a lugger tub even was.
Right.
I don't think that is.
Right. And they're like, why are you going to use that? Roll-offs work better.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the roll-offs are readily available, I would think, is probably the, whether it's waste, garbage and that sort of thing. There's a lot of moving parts on a lugger truck too, which I think, which is what these guys specialize in, but people will probably shy away from that, just not understanding the mechanics of it. We also are like I said, in the Midwest, it's more industrial-based businesses that we're dealing with. Their scrap. It's not a lot of like sheet iron.
Yeah, so we're heavy steel.
Right. Yeah. So it's got to pick up more weight, concentrated. So
it's good for those accounts where, like machine shops and anything that's oily, liquidy and stuff like that, where it's a sealed container. That's really where it thrives.
To
especially
catch the fluid, Noah.
Yeah, you got to.
You have to catch the fluid.
Yeah.
You can't be leaking fluid.
I've been saying that for years. You just don't listen to me.
All right.
Don't try to turn this on me.
There's that. And you guys make some other products outside of the luggage trailer apparatuses, right? We call them apparatuses around there. Hoist, I think, is the correct word.
I think hoist.
Right. Yeah. Hoist is the right term. Yeah. We make roll-off trailers. That's the big other thing that we do. Like we were talking about, not everybody uses lugger trucks. So, hey, if I was making only lugger trucks, I probably wouldn't be here right now. I'd be out doing something else. So the roll-off trailer game for us has really stepped up and kept us moving, and hopefully gets us another generation.
For sure, yeah. Just as a side note, the lugger tub business did not succeed.
No, our lugger tub business went south after the maker of the lugger boxes kind of just decided he didn't want crank out anymore 3 ones.
Yeah, you had to pay for them?
No, he gave us one for marketing purposes. We took it down there as a promo thing and gave it to a dude that basically is just going to use it as a dumpster. I don't know how he's ever going to pick it up because there's no lugger trucks down there. So the thing,
you got to get a hold of Lee.
Right. It's probably been sitting on his property in the same place we left it 12 years.
It's a nice paperweight at this point.
Yeah, no, for sure. So Yeah, our partner kind of bailed on us, so we're not making lugger tubbers.
Well,
Lugger tubbers. No.
Yeah, and you know what? We need to leave that to the pros anyway.
Yeah, we're not. Well, you're a welder
Yeah, but
by trade. Education. By education, you're a welder.
yes.
You wouldn't know that. Just stomping around your scrapyard. Just
By looking at me, wouldn't you?
so, all right, I think Brooks has got a question for you here.
Yeah, so tell us about some of the benefits to your customers that use the products.
So I'll start with the roll-offs. Big thing with our roll-offs is it's all about weight. You know, you guys in the scrap industry, you guys know every pound counts. And that's where, you know, our roll-off trailer separates us from, you know, the old school frame style way of thinking. You know, we're on average about 5,000 pounds lighter weight than our competition's trailers. So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, pounds and dollars, they speak. So that's really what separates us in that aspect. On a lugger truck, I mean, that's, you know, big thing for the scrap industry. It's 4 chains and some cylinders. It picks up a box. What we have done is just made it, you know, more modern, easier, safer. But outside of that, like I was saying, it's 4 chains and it picks up a box.
Yeah, for sure. And you guys are, if I remember correctly, doing some specialty work too, some specialty stuff about from the boys up in Michigan and Canada.
Yeah, so up in Michigan, and Canada kind of alludes into this, but Michigan, they put, you know, 7, 6, 7, 8 axles underneath their trailers, and they can haul like 154,000 pounds, like gross vehicle weight, legally. So what we're getting into is now we're making trailers that are 48 feet long, and putting 7, 8 axles underneath them so they can do that. And what we have found is the way our design is, we're about 10 to 11,000 pounds lighter than the existing products that are on the market. So, I mean, Jeff, I'm sure you would like to put an extra 5 tons in a box if you could.
Yeah, you know what? Being in Iowa, we tend to have our differences with Michigan, you know, from a sports standpoint. But seems like we both like big uns, Brooks. We like putting some weight in some stuff. So, yeah, and yeah, Canada is like the Wild West up there in Canada.
Oh, it is. So, and that's why I was saying I alluded to it, because the same design that's using in Michigan goes to Canada, but they take axles off. So it's the same setup, but we're just less axles, and it's cheaper for the customer.
And that's new to you guys, though, right? That's something you're just getting into, or?
Yeah, we're just really pushing that market. So we have offered equipment into Canada for a while, and we've done some, you know, with our standard length trailers up to 40 feet in Michigan, but the biggest we could do is like 4 axles with that trailer. So now we designed some more equipment to go bigger and go after that market, because really in Michigan, no one uses anything less than 5, 6 axles.
Yeah, go bigger, baby.
I like it.
Do you?
I do.
All right. All right. Old Dunkelberger likes them bigger. So this is going to go south quick if I keep going. So you might as well jump in here.
Yeah, pretty general question, but where can we go to find out more about Ace and anything you guys are doing?
Yeah, so you can either go to our website, which is theaceadvantage.com, or, you know, go to our YouTube page, just or Google, just type in Ace roll-off trailers or Ace lugger trucks, and we'll come right up. And we're very active on LinkedIn. We always put, you know, new products and whatnot on there. But yeah, or just give me a call, or, you know, go on our website, my phone number and email right there. So just give me a shout, and I can help you whatever way you need.
If you'd like, Lee, we can blast your number all over YouTube and just see what happens.
I'm going to get a lot of telemarketers from, you know, like Indonesia and all those places.
So, are you going to be in Vegas, bud, for the Esri show?
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't miss that good time.
Are we raging, or what are we doing out there?
So you know what? I've gotten to the point where we always get rooms off of the strip, because I'm there for a week every time we're there. So it's just, there definitely will be a couple days where that's going to happen, you know, but, you know, most people come in for 3-4 days. I'm there for, you know, I think 7 to 8 days. So I'm like, you know what, I'll do it for a couple of days, and then I'm out of there.
Yeah, we're there for 7, and we're just going to pretend like we're not there for 4 of them.
Right.
Oh, that's fair, you know.
Well, and here's the problem we run into is half of our staff that's going with us has never been to Vegas before.
And so it's like me and Brooks and Noah are old men. Like, hey, maybe we take it easy and we don't go nuts. And we don't have to be, on top of the stratosphere and things like that. And
we're going to get there, though, and we're going to go nuts.
Well, yeah, we'll go nuts, probably.
I'm actually coming from Mexico to Vegas.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna be an absolute.
Yeah,
I just apologize.
Fully primed.
Yeah,
This is going to be unbuttoned on the plane.
Yeah, this will air before Vegas happens, but I'll just apologize to anybody I run into now because I'm not sure what kind of shape.
Lee, do you know where you're? Do you guys have a exhibition there, like a booth there?
Absolutely. So our booth is 1019, so 1019. So yeah, come on by. It'll be myself, my dad, a couple other people from our company. Come see us, and we'll show you how this whole thing works and what it can do for you.
Yeah, Tia, is that close to us?
We are Alpha. We're A9.
Oh, nice. You guys have a booth.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna leave. Will you come see us? We're actually shooting some of this out there. You want to be on again in 2 weeks?
Absolutely. Love to.
Yeah, I have to swing by. We'll coordinate something with you here. How long are you in Texas for?
I leave today, actually.
All right.
Get out of there, man.
Oh yeah, it's too damn hot down here.
I probably wouldn't take hot over the.
I would take
right now.
I'd take hot. I'd take hot every day.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd like to sweat it out.
Don't. Yeah. These two don't listen to anything these two are saying. I don't like being hot either, but come 3 months from now, both of them be like, "Get out here. We gotta go back to winter."
No.
So, but all right, well, yeah, you guys can check out Lee and all the products he's got going on at www.theaceadvantage.com. Like you said, hit LinkedIn, YouTube. I keep reading this note. I did this in the prep too. Lee's not on The Real World, right? As in MTV's The Real World.
No, Lee is not
Okay.
a real world contestant.
Should he be though?
He could be.
I could be. I mean, why not?
What was the entrance? What was the
7 strangers together.
what could go wrong? Or whatever, The Real World. So, all right, Lee. Well, thanks for joining us today, bud. We'll definitely see you in Vegas and have you back on here soon.
Thanks, Lee.
Thank
All
you.
right. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody, for watching today. Hope you come see us in Vegas. Want to thank our sponsors, Davis Index, scrolling across the bottom of the screen here. You can check them out at www.davisindex.com. And we'll be out there, Brooks. We'll be out there.
We be out there.
No,
for us,
we'll be
guys.
out there.
We'll be looking for you.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
And we'll see you soon.
See ya.
Thanks for watching today's episode of the Ruint Podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more episodes coming out in the future weeks. We'll see you in Vegas.